Every day the same thing. The food in Solace Keep is barely fit for a pig. Why are they feeding us this sucker?
We have to leave, Viate.
What? I know there are a lot of things.
Outsiders in the halls, Nandru.
How delightful!
The very image of Nandru indeed. The god. Ah, the infamous Ediran envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it. Ah, sharp as the tusks themselves. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks is? Ah, you Edirans. As businesslike as I'd heard. It's water, of course. And yet you'd never know it from the way the councillors fuss. It's all traditionist, traditionette. There's always been a problem with it. Chiefly that it tastes of rotten zorip eggs. But no one can be bothered to fix it. Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in slumbering fields, far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them.
How is it possible to lose them? Godless aqueducts aren't exactly easy to miss.
I doubt they had trouble finding the aqueducts, but something must have detained them. And acknowledge that someone else came here before us and built something worth preserving? That's Pargroon pride for you. I call it damn fool stubbornness, since we're all friends. But now that a steady water supply is a bigger concern than cultural pride, the next problem is finding my team. They were supposed to work on the section just north of the southern guard tower. You probably passed it when you entered the Tusks.
Yeah. No one here. Been empty for a while.
What sort of expedition chooses to cross a valley full of lava?
Wagon tracks, heading toward the slumbering fields. Looks like they went this way.
Oh, big mistake! I need my space!
Well done. Isa!
Well, time to find another way across.
Let's go.
Got them all.
Here they come.
Someone's eager to meet us.
Back off! On the left! How is this our fault? We've lived here for centuries.
The mountain screams. The distant island wails. Stay back, creatures of flesh and fur and bone. You follow one another into the snare.
Abaddon's hammer. Did Gabral send you? You've got to get us out of here.
The land cries out in protest, and you send more from your stinking, teeming warrens?
Why would we poison the very water we need? That makes no sense. Marius, is that you? Can you talk some sense into anyone here?
Sorry, Raluka. You knew the answer to that before you asked.
Do you understand so little? You awoke an ancient presence with your digging and delving. It waits in the ruins, among the bones of the dead. The land fights back against it, curdling the water. You see it. You sense it. The rot of death never left this place. The land feels. It remembers. Like a tree choked with vines, it seeps poison to defend itself from the aggressor. The interloper.
We feel a presence. It rises like bile in our throat. We fear it.
But burrowing worms clog the ears of these fools. I warn them, and they hear nothing. What is this madness? You bear the mark of this land in the ridges of your flesh and the rings of your soul. Surely you must know better. Very well. Your insight would be helpful. Still that foul presence and let the waters flow sweet and clear once more. Clear the old one's water roads to slake this parched land. Do this, and I shall release these vermin to scurry back to their nest.
Take a moment, people.
Oh, big mistake!
Here we go.
Onward, watch your left!
Look right.
Stop that sound. It's drowning my thoughts.
A rat scrabbling in the dust, crawling back to the same ruined trash heap.
No. We know this voice. This presence. Sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again. I am Woedica, the Oathbinder, goddess of order, vengeance, and law. I've done no such thing. Ask that parasite that's latched onto your soul.
No. No. Make her go. Send her away.
How the fruits of its destruction make it squirm and writhe. It knows nothing but chaos. This land needs order, purpose. The order of the gods. The order which has governed lives for millennia. You are an Ediran, a nation where law and authority brought peace between the warring folk and elves. It is steadfast. Your people understand how to tame what is wild. How to build empire from rubble. And whose fault was that? A handful of soldiers on a mountaintop?
No.
Or the mad fraud whose thrashing would lay waste to paradise?
Stop it. Stop her. Silence her. She feeds you poisoned fruit.
Do you believe that volcano was its first act of violence against this land? Your parasite is to blame. It has destroyed this place before. These hills were once lush, and the people.
She lies. Falsehoods like fangs. She was not there. She did not see.
Why else would the usurper so quickly deny its deeds? Is it a plea of innocence, or admission of its guilt? Time that it has spent corrupting you, bending you to its will. Whose poison flows through this water? Who spoils its own lifeblood?
Creatures did this. They crawled through our bones. They picked at our flesh.
The Magfolk fulfilled a need. What is the purpose of this?
So small, so fragile. We did not mean to. We could not understand.
Are you all right, love? You lost focus there.
Every time that happens, it feels like you might not come back.
How rude of her.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think it's possible the Oathbinder knows something we mortals don't.
There's nothing else to learn here. Can we go to the garden now? Please.
You have restored the waters. I was right to trust you. Truly, the spirit of the land lives in you. A seed carried in the wind.
Carried where? We feel the tranquility of this place, but whose roots drink its waters?
I release these kith to return to their burrows. May they leave this enclave in peace. I ask only that they leave this sanctuary free of their influence, that new life may take root.
You can't be serious. You expect us to walk away from the best source of fresh water in the Tusks?
If the godlike clears the old growth from the waterways, then a portion will flow out. You may gather it where the waterway ends, away from here. No. They are an invasive species. Their presence is a disruption. They must gather what they can and leave this place in peace.
Avowed, godlike, in private? That talking tree expects us to just walk away from the best source of clean water in the Tusks. So that what? A few more moss patches can grow? An outpost, so we can make sure we never get cut off like this again. We can't risk losing access to fresh water again. I know you've done a lot for us already, but I'd like to ask one more thing. Shh. But yes. Look, we need to set up a guard post here. Eventually we want to build out the aqueduct system. There's no way she'll let us do that. And what about all the Ruinen that call Solace home? Do we count for nothing? I don't like this, but it's our best chance for survival. We're not getting anything until that blockage is cleared out of the aqueduct. If you can at least do that much, we'll make do. We'll have to.
We've got company! Watch your right! Away with you!
That's all of them. Water's probably deep enough to swim under the tower. Though if anyone asks, it wasn't my idea.
Here we go.
I think we found the source of the blockage. We're going to ask for the Pargrunin will be relieved. Fresh water is the one resource every kith needs.
We'll wait here until you've taken care of everything. Gabral would be downright insufferable if I went back to them empty-handed. Thank you. If there's one thing we need to survive out here, it's fresh water. You've given us a fighting chance.